Hey there, how you doing? Charlie Winters here with horse racing tips for Wednesday, the 27th of September. Well, a quick recap. Well, a nice little profitable day. We had I had a £6 free bet, and I may be wrong, I think it returned, was it 23? I may be wrong. Well done to whoever had a profitable day because of the channel. So let's move it. That's in the past now. So let's move swiftly on. Excuse me, I've just had an ice cream. So we're off to Redcar, and I'm heading towards an angle. It's not quite such a pronounced angle as I would like. Well, there's a bit of rain tomorrow, but it's nowhere enough to completely change the going. The rain doesn't start till pretty much the time of the first race. But I'm looking for an angle, and the angle is, well, even when it's rained beforehand and it's changed the ground, they used to go to the far side. Well, they haven't done quite so much. They used to be like right pinned up to the far side. So I'm thinking that the bias is more pronounced when it's raining while they're racing. It's not chucking it down, but there will be showers, and I think heavy showers, occasional. If you know what I mean, it's not going to be constant. So it's currently good to firm, good in places. I think by 4 o'clock it could be announced as good all over. So I'm going to take it as though they're going to head towards that far side rail, where there could be a strip of faster ground. So I've gone for horses that have got chances, but are drawn generally low. There is a 1 mile 2 race, which doesn't make any difference, but that horse actually ran in the race and came, I believe, third last year, so that's why I've gone for that one. But let me get into it. Minimal stakes, I've gone for a 10p each way, lucky 15, and £1 each way accumulator. I've taken the price of one horse. So the first selection is Hills of Gold in the 350 at Redcar. If you put this bet on after 9 o'clock, I do believe you get best odds guarantee, but I'll put the bet on now, so obviously so you can see what I've had. So I've actually left the price anyway. I think it's currently 5-1. It's drawn 1. It's got every chance of getting a place, and if the favourite doesn't run to form, it's got every chance. This horse has drawn 1, so if there is a bias come this time, so many times I've seen Michael Dodd have horses at Redcar where they aren't drawn favourably, where it has favoured horses drawn towards the far side. And he's done me no end of times where he's had one pop up from like store 12 on the straight course. I'm thinking, what's going off there? And then, so obviously, he's got one drawn 1. It's got half a chance to get, well, it's got a decent chance of getting a place. If the favourite runs below par, this has got every chance of of winning, especially if there is a draw bias heading towards low. Second selection is Berry Edge at 18-1 in the 425 at Redcar, paying 4 places instead of 3. This horse ran in this race last year, or it looks like it did anyway. It was the 1st of October last year over 1 mile 2. Well, it's over 1 mile 2, and obviously it's a 27, so it's close enough. Came third, ran a decent race. I think it's got every chance again. It goes on slower ground if the ground does happen to change, but it's fine on good. So, yeah, it's got every chance. No way should it be 18-1. I think it could be maximum 12-1 come tomorrow, or come race time. Third selection is Sarhake. Left the price in the 2 minutes past 5 race at Redcar, paying 4 places instead of 3. Decent on the all-weather, but I think it's also weighted to run well on the turf. It's actually drawn 1. So by this time, if it's favouring low numbers, we've got every chance. However, I haven't took the price, so it could well be backed in. I think it's only about 11-2. I saw 8-1 on the racing post, so I thought 11-2 were a bit stingy, so I left it. And the fourth selection is Wreck-It Riley in the 535 at Redcar, paying 5 places instead of 3. Drawn low, I think it's drawn 3. It's in okay form, and I think it's got every chance. And that's basically it about that horse. So, yeah, Berry Edge, 18-1, personally, is my opinion of a horse that is more likely, or most likely, not to get the frame, because the first selection is probably the most likely to get the frame, but Berry Edge is probably the horse, 18-1, that makes most sense, the reason why I backed it, because it's got a genuine form chance. So those are the bets for Wednesday. So the very best of luck. Charlie Winters, over and out. Cheers, mate.